On today's show, we're going to check out the Canoo brand and see where they're at. It's been a few months since I last checked on this brand, and I'm kind of curious. Are they building anything yet? How far, they have their production facility in Oklahoma, and where are they at with it? Are they ready to go? Because as a stockholder, which I do own 100 shares of Canoo, I'm curious, where's my money going that I've given them as a stockholder to build these things? And I would like to actually own one of these vehicles one of these days. And I took a lot of heat in my last video. People thought I'm just kind of crapping on the brand because it was easy to do. And no, I want to see this little brand succeed because I actually like this quirky little thing. And I'll bring it up here. As you can see, I think these are fun. They're interesting. And I hope for the best for this company because I would, once again, like to have one in my driveway down there. And maybe we will, maybe we won't, but I want to check in on this. And they've updated their website from the get-go. You can see here, it's they've refreshed it just a little bit, which I'm kind of happy about. Here, you can see the whole thing now. And they're throwing their horses on. They've got a couple contracts. They had one with Walmart to be a delivery van. Of course, the NASA. They're really promoting the NASA thing, and they've got 3 vans. So I hope we're working towards more than 3 vans with NASA to hang our horses on. But anyways, I know quite a few people that have put money down on this little thing, and I hope they actually get to see their vehicle come to life. But they have, once again, they have updated their website a little bit, and here's Walmart, and they're talking about some fleet management over here. So they do have some expectations of delivering these things, and will they actually be able to deliver them? So let's take a look currently at the stock prices. Now, this is at the time of recording, this is closing bell has already been reached on this, and my stock, your stock maybe, of Canoo brand is worth 50 cents. Now, they were given a warning a while back of like, hey, got to minimum is $1 to be on the NASDAQ. And they've tried, they've got a new CFO. They've been really going through management, trying to make this company work. And well, I don't see it doing much right now. Now, of course, it's showing it's 95% down in the 5 years that it's been up here. And let's look at the last month, just see what it's been doing. And they're actually, for the last month, they've been up and down. So you can see it's got a high of 67 cents. And I did see that. And I was all excited, like, oh man, they've made a turn. They're actually going to do something. And well, doing something that's going right back down. And I think what the company needs to do is they need to actually build something. They need to get this plant open and going. And this comes to us from the Arkansas Democratic. You can see the Canoo Oklahoma plant is on schedule. And this comes to us from August 15th. So not too far, too far away from this. We're currently the 10th of September. So news is kind of slim on this. And on the last video, it's funny, is like a couple days after I did my last video, suddenly they did a fly around through the plant showing like, hey, we're doing things. Look at us. But I am curious where this company is at. Are they going to build anything? And I just want to kind of highlight a couple things. And mid-July, Canoo said it's delivered 3 crew transport vehicles to Kennedy Space Center in Florida as part of the contract with the National Aeronautics Space Administration, or NASA. And the vehicle will convey NASA astronauts to the launch pad at NASA's Artemis lunar missions, which is a mouthful to say, let me tell you. It's kind of strange though that Tesla has for their rockets in Florida, they have their own transportation now. Now NASA's got to have this own here. I don't get it. It's they're just, both brands are just feeding off of a lot of federal money, it seems like, on this. But let's see this right here. Late March, Canoo receives notice from the Securities and Exchange Commission that the company will no longer complies with the NASDAQ's $1 minimum bid requirements and to be listed. And the company has till September 25th to regain compliance, according to the SEC filings. Now, that is a big deal because, a lot of people have put money into this company and they would like to see it. And there's been a lot of big players. I know a lot of Middle Eastern money has come into this company, hoping to turn this thing around. And I think if we look here at the, this comes to us from August 14th. So it's weird how all this information started getting pushed around the same time, because Canoo's trying to get people to buy into the company. But as you can see here, we got a couple photos from inside the plant, and it actually shows that, at no point do I think they're not trying to produce vehicles, not trying to get the plant up and running. But the little company is just so beat up with money. They're running out of money. Last I checked, they only had a few $1 million left to push. And I'm sure there'll be another round of kind of funding come in that kind of saves the company one more time, because they have goals of hitting 20,000 builds this year. Now, from what we can see, just about a month ago, they are nowhere, and I mean nowhere, ready to produce anything. I worked for a manufacturing company. I worked for Nissan North America. I built vehicles inside the plant, and I can tell you, they're nowhere ready to actually build anything in there, which bums me out because I really do want to see this company succeed. And once again, I'm sure I'll see the comments of like, Dave, you're just crapping on this company for whatever reason. No, I want to own one of these things, and I want to see these in my driveway. And a couple things, this shows this is from August 14th, and we've seen some of this stuff we've just seen to over and over and over. And here's, they're just kind of hand building some of this. These are frames they've stamped out, and they're just probably hand building a few. They're trying to get it all across the country where people can see it and get excited about it. Well, if we run out of money, we're not going to get past this stage right here. We're going to have a lot of shells out there, and it's going to feel a lot like the Tucker brand, from the 40s, who went under real quick, and there was only like 50 of those ever made. And I'm starting to feel like maybe this is what's going to happen. And do we see, at the end of the day, do we see this little company run out of money, and then suddenly the name gets sold? I know Apple's been out there Apple would be a great fit for this company. They have a lot of funding they could dump into this, clean management out, do it yourself, but just use the ideas of this and create your own Apple vehicle. Because to be honest, take a look at this once again. This looks perfect like an Apple vehicle. To be honest, this looks exactly like something Apple would have designed, some futuristic deal. And I would be very excited that if Apple did that, but sadly, is what it is. And we're running out of time, I believe, with this company. Now, to the conclusion of all of what I'm worried about is, they've claimed they're going to produce 20,000 this year. And I just don't see that. I don't see them producing 2,000 this year. And I'm curious where you guys are at in the comments. Do you think they will actually build this vehicle this year, get the line up and running, and they still have to hire a workforce? It's part of the stories you can read, and I will link a couple of these articles down in below. They're actually trying to build up their workforce, and I'll be honest, it might be hard to hire people, for one, if you have no money, and two, you don't have a functional plant that they could actually work at. So in the comments below, where are you at with this? I hope for the best for this little company, but it's not looking good right now. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or this EV little pill looking thing that I'd love to drive, it's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.